Welcome to the Vets United Animal Welfare Teaching Module on Clinical Examination. The Vets United Animal Welfare Teaching Modules were developed as a key component of the Vets United program. Currently consisting of 15 modules, the curriculum has been peer-reviewed by experts to ensure high academic standards. The content aligns with the recommendations of the World Organization for Animal Health, WOAH, and is accessible online to the public free of charge. In this module on clinical examination, you will learn the following: what a clinical examination is and how it relates to animal welfare, how to perform a clinical examination, and key vital parameters in different species. Clinical examination helps detect pain, distress, and disease early, enabling timely interventions that prevent suffering and support animal welfare. Animal health professionals are trained to carry out a complete clinical examination, diagnose and suggest adequate treatment. The responsibility of animal keepers is to detect abnormalities and consult animal health professionals. Your senses are very important in clinical examinations. For instance, seeing for assessing gait or posture, hearing for monitoring respiratory sound and vocalization, smelling to detect different pathogens in wounds, digestive or skin problems, touching for assessing the consistency of body tissues and lymph nodes. Some of the basic equipment needed for clinical examination are stethoscope, thermometer, flashlight, pleximeter, buttoned cannula, hoof tester, and hoof knife. Advanced equipment for clinical examination includes camera, hemostatic forceps, hypodermic needles and tubes for blood sampling, cotton-tipped swabs for discharges and fluids, glass slides, sample containers for collection of urine and feces. Clinical examination has 7 steps, which are signalment, medical history, physical examination, differential diagnosis, additional tests, diagnosis, and treatment. Let's briefly discuss each of them. Signalment includes the basic information needed to identify the animal, such as species, breed, age, sex, and reproductive state, size, and weight. History taking is done by carefully interviewing the caretaker and revising records. Medical history should cover the management and care information, past medical history, and the present case. Physical examination is necessary to detect abnormalities at an early stage and allow timely intervention, detect animal welfare issues, find out root causes of a condition, and minimize expenses for additional medical tests. Taking vital signs, start with the ones that can be assessed from a distance before embarking on close physical examination by carrying out hands-on examination of body parts by touching the animal. Differential diagnosis is important to eliminate errors in the diagnostic process. It involves listing the clinical signs identified, making a list of the conditions that could lead to these clinical signs, and making additional tests to rule out the final diagnosis. There is a need for additional tests to rule out the differential diagnosis, for example, lab tests, biopsy, histology, feed and water analysis, medical imaging, and allergy tests. This diagram shows that a condition is first explored through tests and different possible diagnoses before confirming the final diagnosis and starting treatment. If the treatment leads to improvement, it continues or ends, but if not, the process is reviewed and repeated. Now let's summarize the teaching module on clinical examinations. Clinical examination is a tool to detect animal health and welfare compromise. It can be stressful, but animal welfare-friendly practices can help reduce stress, increase safety, and lead to more reliable results. The safety for animals and handlers should always come first. Hands-off to hands-on examination reduces stress. Follow a routine and don't focus only on the most obvious signs. And finally, animal keepers play a key role in examination and treatment. The full teaching module has other resources for classroom activities, field practicals, quizzes, and references for further readings. If you find this module valuable, access the full Vets United teaching resources at www.teaching-animal-welfare.org. Register and download for free. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more animal welfare content.